Hey guys, the Otaku K here. Wait, what? This isn't Kevin Nyaa. I'm actually Matt from RCAnime, and if you don't know me, in the past month or so, Kevin and I have been at an all-out war with each other. But that all ends today, as I finally have infiltrated his channel. Yep, I've secretly infiltrated Kevin Nyaa's channel in order to make a Garden of Words review. Why? For no good reason. Anyways, if you're new here to Kevin Nyaa, I strongly recommend you to sub to his channel, as he'll end up making you hate him in one way or another, making you want to do this. And if you're already subbed to him, then I guess you could unsub from him and sub back, or you could just sub to me instead at this channel right here and never watch any of Kevin's videos again because he eats dogs. Also, if you're already subbed to Kevin and think that he's a cunt, well, I have good news for you. If you don't know, Kevin has recently started a Patreon with a goal of $5,000 to stop being a cunt. Please support him, and if we reach this goal, he will even protect your puppy. Don't have a puppy? Well, he'll protect it anyway. But before Kevin finds out that I'm here messing with his channel, let's get on with the review. Garden of Words is currently Makoto Shinkai's most recent feature-length anime film, following the chronicles of a short relationship between a high school student and an older woman who is a teacher at his school. These two don't know each other, and when they first meet, while both cutting off from their responsibilities, we can see there is an instant mutual fascination between the two. And as the two begin to return to the same spot and slowly crawl into each other's lives, emotions ensues, especially one's fascination regarding feet. Now, I don't have a particular foot fetish like Kevin does, but even I would like to point out that this self-advertised plot point already isn't focused enough upon, as it's only referenced in one scene. Now, I would just put it out there that I'm not a fan of Makoto Shinkai's works. I wasn't a fan of 5 wallpapers per second, and I wasn't a fan of this film either. Sure, every single one of his works are aesthetically beautiful, being some of the most beautifully animated pieces of work out there right now. But when it comes to story and character development, Shinkai always falls completely flat. His direction follows a very amateurish Terrence Malick style, and if you don't know who Terrence Malick is, he is the director of the famous Tree of Life and the recent To the Wonder. And if you've seen the trailers and clips from those films, you can easily pick up what kind of style I'm talking about. It's a very visual style of storytelling, throwing beautiful cinematography at the audience, while occasionally delivering small pieces of ambivalent and ambiguous dialogue to convey cryptic messages. And while Malick occasionally carries this out beautifully, like he did in the Tree of Life, for Shinkai it's not the same. His poetic dialogue is very superficial. He provides fragments of lines by the characters, but in truth, when you read them carefully, a lot of it has nothing to do with the plot. For example, in one scene, all the main character says to the audience is that he got bad grades on the finals, and nothing more. We don't hear how he feels about it, nor do we hear the consequences he might have to face. In other words, I dare call the film's dialogue pretentious. Another problem with the film is the pacing itself. At one point, we spend 10 minutes at a single moment, and then pass by weeks in under a minute, without much pacing in between. At points, this actually makes the movie feel very awkward to watch, as you're never given a chance to sit back and watch the story unfold. The film is certainly extremely rushed in its 45-minute runtime, yet at times also somehow feels painstakingly long. It tries to keep this simplistic nature, going by the rule I usually follow, less is more, but this time around they really took the word less too literally. The overly simplicity of the story and events honestly make the movie feel very frivolous and unmoving, which isn't at all helped by the characters in the film. In the Garden of Words, there are two prominent characters, Akizuki and Yukino. All of the other supporting characters are practically irrelevant, maybe only appearing once in the film, so everything is in the hands of Akizuki and Yukino. And that'd be fine, only if they really did anything. Yes, we can tell that Yukino is unhappy with her marriage and Akizuki's a teenager, meaning that he's already got a problem, but there is nothing under the surface. The characters are very empty and plain. When you try to search for something within them, you can't really find anything, as the characters are not developed at all. There literally is no development. It's just watching these two people sitting in the park meeting each other in secret every now and then, and while there's slight development in their relationship, it is again too simplistic in order for us to feel anything, and the subtlety of the romance between the two is overdone, making it feel very underwhelming. Though if there's anything to praise this film for, it would be its stunning animation. It's practically impossible to disagree and think that the animation isn't good. The art style is always fresh to look at, depicting a very realistic setting of Tokyo, and captures the rainy spring season stunningly well. Although the film does reuse footage, only color toning them differently, I can't complain about the animation. It's one of the only things that make this film truly worth watching, and is a visionary experience, as I said before, much like a Malick film. The movement of the water, the people, the city skyline, the impressive attention to detail, everything is just simply gorgeous. The animation even features a depth of field effect to emphasize a more real-life feel, and seeing depth of field in anime is extremely rare and always welcoming. However, unfortunately, the same cannot be said about the music, as the soundtrack is very forgettable, only consisting of rather plain piano pieces that don't really invoke any sort of emotion or reaction. The music feels very lazily written, almost as if someone did their job just for the sake of doing their job, rather than to aim to create a beautiful piece of work. As for the ending song that plays at the conclusion, while definitely better, it's also not very memorable as well, at least not for my musical taste. Overall, I guess you can take into the fact that I didn't enjoy The Garden of Words very much. Initially looking forward to it, the movie really disappointed me by ending up very weak in the majority of its components. Now, maybe I'm just too dumb to understand the film's simple message, or maybe the film just isn't for idiots. Maybe Kevin and I are both assholes for thinking that the film isn't very good, and well, to be honest, Kevin is an asshole, but that's fine. This is just my personal opinion, and don't mistake me for hating this film, because I really don't. I just think it could have been much more touching and important. There are some things in the film that I do like. As I said earlier, I love the film's animation, and I think it is one of the best animated pieces of work out there, and I just fell in love with Kana Hanazawa's voice in the film. Her role as a depressed and lonely teacher in here really proves her amazing talents, and that she can voice more than just cute girls. Kana Hanazawa's voice is just so soothing in this movie that every piece of dialogue she delivers sounds like a soft, beautiful lullaby, and it's one of the few things that really got me through the whole film. That and listening to Kevin jerking off to his foot fetish, not to mention his newfound water fetish as well. He's probably talking about how much he loves the animated water in this film right now. But back to the point, Garden of Words is really not a very good film. It's actually kind of a bad film, not because it has bad writing or bad direction per se, but for the fact that the film doesn't do anything. The film ends before it can start anything, failing to allow us to grow attached to anyone or anything in the film. And yes, maybe it's about the glimpses in our lives that pass so fast we regret that we never firmly grasped them before, but without giving us any attachment to the characters or anything at all, there really is no feeling of regret that's emphasized through the film. And when the characters begin to feel for each other, it doesn't feel as powerful or satisfying as the climax of the film tried to make it seem to be. But with all that said and done, we go to the scoreboard, which looks a lot nicer than Kevin's. For the story, it gets a 1.3, since there really is a lack of. Kevin's probably going to give the characters a 3 or 4, for whatever dumb reason he's going to give, but I give them a 1 for being extremely underdeveloped. It's not like they're badly written characters, they did have the potential to be interesting characters, but there is little to no development for any of them, and no development, I believe, is worse than bad development. Animation receives a strong 10, something I'm sure I don't need to justify. The music gets a 4.5, as it has a lack of inspiration or really anything, and for my own personal enjoyment, a 2.5, as I didn't enjoy this film at all. Rewarding Garden of Words with an overall score of 3.76, red lit, with a recommendation to try something else. Now, Garden of Words isn't a bad movie for being bad. What's wrong with Garden of Words is that the film doesn't do anything. It introduces us to a scenario, but doesn't build anything upon it in 45 minutes. Also, if this is your first time watching me, I normally don't give this low of a score because I try not to be a cunt like Kevin. Hello?
Hey, Matt. You might wanna check your channel.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, there seems to be a small problem.
As well as The Borrower Arrietty for another great film that's melancholic in tone but more adventurous in nature.
What the hell, Kevin?
Oh hey Matt.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Well, you know how I didn't jab you in my Wolf Children review? This is me getting back at you.
Get the fuck off my channel.
Do you wanna fight, Matt? I'll wreck you.
Bring it the fuck on. Fuck off, Kevin.
your fighting.
Hello and welcome to another review on Anime Every Day. In this video, I will be reviewing. So all I ask is let them know where you got it from.
Hello friends and my subscribers, thank you to our first review. Today, we've got my
Wait, what? Where are we?
Welcome to the Anime Galaxy.
Wait, the Anime Galaxy? I'm in the Anime Galaxy now?
No, this isn't the Anime Galaxy, but rather this is the Galaxy of Anime.
Fuck.
It's because you're the mastermind of Anipod.
Nah, you own the Anipod.
Now, my children, why must you fight? You two have been at this for the past month, trying to defecate on each other's channels, and what has that gotten you?
More subs?
Fuck off, Matt.
Children, you don't seem to understand. Think about all the greatness you could achieve together in this life. Everything you've accomplished together. You two are meant for greatness. Just take a look at all the friends and allies you've come across on this epic journey.
Admiral's dick is too big to fit inside my tiny pussy.
Howdy, Martalim here.
I lost everything! You're tearing me apart, Alex.
Oh shit, Doctor Who!
See all of these amazing channels and friends that you've gathered.
Dylan and amazing in the same sentence?
What's an immortalium?
Now, younglings, your channels will be the future of the anime community. One day you might even face Chronexia.
Wait, what?
Good luck.
However, that will be for another time. What's important is that today you two make amends.
Nah, fuck Kevin.
Fuck off, Matt.
Come on, you two must have some common enemy.
I have lots of enemies.
I mean, one that both you and RC can face together.
My name is Matt. Can people stop calling me RC?
A greater enemy both of you can assemble together and avenge.
A greater enemy?
For both of us to fight against?
I don't really want to work with RC, but alright.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess. Also, stop calling me RC.
You and your shitty references, RC. We weren't prepared for this.
This dick and I have to work together?
Yes.
We could do it, I guess.
But who would we fight against?
But without further ado,